So here's another episode of Nick's Life fixing. In this case, I'm fixing my Dyson DC40 vacuum cleaner. Problem is, one side here is not spinning. The other side you can feel is a little tighter and is spinning with power. This side just sits there when it goes on. So to take it apart, we start by unclipping this red clip, making sure the unit is upside down, and then just simply pull this clip off. It just pops right off. Then once it's pulled out, you just wiggle this up and it will slowly slide off. If you wiggle it, you'll see from over here it's going to disconnect from a part right there. That little black piece comes off, goes back into a little connector there. You can see it's going to go into that right there. So now it's off, and this is the new one that I just ordered from Dyson. It was about $75. And so the next thing we do is we simply unlatch these two red latches. Seems like everything is in red to unlatch. And this pulls off really easily from this side and then just comes off. So we'll put that aside. There are 4 screws that are here, 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 and here. You basically want to undo those 4 screws. It's a Phillips screw, so and here, and also in here, and we have another screw on this side. And that will then allow you to lift this up on this side, and then you need to sort of wiggle it and pull, and it'll come off. There should be a little stub there that this plugs into. So you need to pull these out. They don't send you these, they just send the piece without the brushes and without this bottom piece, which we're going to clip on when we're done. Now notice when this was the problem one, again I took out these 2 screws here, and when we pull this one out, notice there's no stub there, or actually the stub is basically broken off, and that's the problem I had.
So the reason one side broke is that too much hair and other junk got stuck in this side, and you can see how bad it is, and it caused that part of the rotor to break off, and it was not spinning anymore with the power of the brush.
Basically, one side was spinning, the smaller side here was not spinning. So the brushes are still good. These 2 pieces are good. This piece is all broken. I did take this whole thing apart and tried to look for just this piece to replace, but I couldn't find it. So I had to buy the whole thing, which was $75. This piece we need to reuse, so we're going to reuse the 2 brushes in this piece with the new piece I bought. So let's move that over, put this here, and we're simply going to install the short brush on this side. If you can see, there's these 2 black things on either side. One's longer than the other. Looks like the longer one goes to the top. And when pushing these in, sometimes you have to spin it a little because they are notched. So we're gonna spin it until it can go in. Spinning it, eventually you'll see it sit in. Then it lines up with the 2 screws there and there. Okay, we'll screw that in a minute. We're going to put the other side in over here. Looks like the taller side up, and we're going to try to fit it in, spinning it to see when it seats into that little notch there. Just spin it and keep pushing, and eventually you'll feel it go in. There it goes. And it sits into there. Okay, we need to put the 4 little screws that we took out into 2 here and 2 on the other side. Let me do that. Okay, so we put in the 4 screws here, 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 and up here. Don't tighten them too tight, but now notice that when I spin, both things spin, so that lets me know it's working. Okay, so the brushes are in. I cleaned all the brushes off too, by the way. Then this piece, this is the bottom part, and you first sort of insert it on an angle like this to let it catch on that side, and then it just slides up, and this is pretty easy. Just pull it tight here and then push that down, and then again on this side you push it in, and this does feel like it's not tight, but it is got a little bit of a wiggle room there, so you want to just make sure that it's not going to come off on either side. It does pull up a little, but it doesn't come off. Then I usually center this piece in the center, and we're going to reinsert this to the bottom here. And notice this piece here is in the middle, okay, and that's where this black thing, little knob here, has to go into as we insert this. So let me see if I can show you what I'm doing here. Maybe like this. I'm going to make sure the black thing goes in and matches up there with that piece. Okay, and then this just comes down like that, and then this red connector or latch, I don't know what we call it, just simply snaps on. Yep, it goes in that way, and that sort of secures it so that it can't come off. Interesting little latch. You can sort of see it like that, and we should be done. So let's give it a try. I'm gonna plug it in. And the first time I did this, when you first turn it on, and when you turn on the throttle, it doesn't work until you let it down. And then now if I push this button, you can see both sides are running. Only one side was running before, and then we have it fixed. So that's my video on fixing my Dyson DC40. Take care, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye-bye.